Hi guys, I wanted to start off today's video by just saying that I freaking love birds. I don't know if you could relate to this or not. Maybe I'm just a weirdo, but to me, birds are not only just an animal that flies around us. They're messengers. They say different things. They bring different messages. So even if I see like a pigeon in an anomalous way out and about, I get excited. I get super excited. But I'm going to share this story real quick. I got real excited at work today. I was going out back to take something out, and all of a sudden I see this giant white bird fly down and land on the hillside right in front of me. I mean, its wingspan was crazy. Its neck was super long. I was just like flabbergasted that this thing flew down in front of me. It was almost like looking at me. And the bird ended up being a great egret. And I'll put the picture of the bird that I saw today. Because yes, as a nerd, I went and grabbed my camera and started snapping pictures before it flew off. But later, being the bird nerd that I am, I looked up the spiritual meaning of the great egret. And I'm going to go ahead and read a little bit of what it says. Not the whole thing. If you're curious to do like more of a deep dive, by all means, hit up Google. It's very interesting. But what it says is they represent purity, grace, and resilience, but also independence, solitude, and divine guidance. They represent a connection to the spirit realms and trust in one's journey, even through uncertainty. They're messengers who are associated with transitions and inspire a deeper connection to nature and wisdom. And there was another part where down towards the bottom of my search, it said that it was associated with the ancient Egyptian god or goddess of wisdom, which I disagree with. It doesn't, that specific bird, there's no record of it being that. But I just thought it was interesting that a lot of the times ancient Egypt will be brought up for me personally. But it also talks about how that god or goddess takes form to show the person that they are being protected in that time. So I don't know, I just felt like I needed to share that part too, even though if you actually type in Google and say, is the great egret representative of such and such, the answer is no. So I'm not sure why that popped up, but I don't know. I felt like I needed to kind of put that in there too. So going along with the bird theme today, I grabbed my Oracle of the Birds cards and put my little friend out here to help us see if there's any more messages that might want to come through along with this egret that I saw today. We have Ba Soul Bird. That's Egyptian. That's hilarious. Okay. Now I know why I needed to mention the thing about Egypt that they said on the Google search. But it says, essence of the soul, there is a time for everything. See this as a gift. I'll set that there. And I'm going to go ahead and grab the book and see what the book has to say. It says, the meaning of the card. In ancient Egypt, Ba, the soul bird, is the symbol for the essence of the human soul. It is pictured as a falcon with a human head. It represents the personality, the spiritual manifestation that leaves the body at the end of life and is an integral part of each person's individuality. Ba is the symbol of the ascension and immortality of the soul after death. Just a side note, that we, at this time that I am filming this, are entering into Scorpio season. And I'm not saying this just because I'm one of them, but I find it very cool and very synchronistic that it's talking about the symbol of ascension and immortality of the soul after death, because that's what Scorpio represents. It represents death and rebirth. And that transformation. It goes on to say, under magic feathers, I am closely intertwined with you and being shaped by you and your experiences in your sacred life on earth. What constitutes your personality, your individuality? What makes you unique? Is it your warmth, your humor, your charm, your kindness, your helpfulness, your striving for higher goals? All those traits that make you this beautiful, unique part of creation become an eternal part of you and a part of us. See yourself in all your greatness and beauty and accept life for the most precious gift that it is. And under more meanings it says, essence of the soul, wanderer between this world and the afterlife, and symbol of rebirth. The affirmation is, I am a spiritual being having a human experience for a period of time. And as a spiritual being, I have access to all levels and dimensions of being. Sorry about that. I had someone knock on my door, so I had to get up and go answer that real quick. But so the vibe of this card that I'm getting is embracing your uniqueness and embracing those parts of you that constitute your own individual unique personality. And it's kind of going along the vibes of kind of the path I've been on lately personally as well, especially with this YouTube channel. I'm sure people who have watched me from the beginning can kind of see an evolution of me on here. It's kind of like a new kid on the block kind of thing. It's like a new person going to a new school. That's how I can describe it. You know, it's kind of awkward at first. You're a little bit, you're like holding back a little bit and a little unsure, a little unsteady. And as the time progresses, I'm getting more and more comfortable in my new YouTube skin, is what I call it. But it's because I am becoming more and more comfortable in embracing my uniqueness, what sets me apart from others here in this community, and what I can do with that as far as contributing to and being a part of the spiritual team here. That everybody is so beautiful on here. But this card is speaking of that, of embracing the uniqueness of you as an individualized expression who is here in the physical form at this point in time. Is there anything else that would like to come out? Yes, there is. Wow. The Phoenix, dude. The freaking Phoenix. And this one is very similar to that energy I noticed while I was reading what it had to say. But it says, renewal and resurrection. Change and transform in love. Renewal and resurrection. This card is speaking of the death and the rebirth process. And this is, what comes of that. This fiery phoenix rising above and being resurrected through the death and the rebirth. That's amazing. I'm going to go ahead and read this one too. I feel like I need to do that. So let me grab my book. So it says, the meaning of the card: if shining phoenix glides into your life, a fundamental transformation is imminent. You are called to let go of old habits and circumstances in love. Surrender all that does not serve your highest good to the transformative flame of your heart in order to make space for the highest version of yourself. Welcome the change that serves your growth and the renewal of your vital life forces. That's amazing. What also is synchronistic here is the egret, the great egret that I saw today is also the messenger of transitions, which is super cool. So I truly believe that this whole entire message today is about integrating one's higher self and the complete transformation that causes within a person. It goes on to say, under magic feathers, my luminous fire dress holds the solar power of the sky and the life energy of the earth. My wings embody the wind, and my tail the plant of life. I am enchanted, mythological creature with many magical powers. In a flash, my greatest magic, my tears, heal old wounds, awaken the spirit of life, reveal truth, and change everything for the better. And then it goes into more meanings. It's acting in love, truth, and peace. Power of transformation, life energy of the earth, solar power of the sky, bright magic properties. Affirmation. The power of transformation is now healing everything in me. Like a phoenix from the ashes, I shine resplendent anew in the light of the sun. So you guys, this is a message, a very powerful message today of transformation, dude. Big time transformation. And that transformation is leading to the full integration of the soul, of the higher self, in the physical form here on earth. That is amazing. And I heard this is how it's done is through love. And it's the coming into love with oneself and accepting the uniquenesses of yourself, and not only accepting but loving them and living through them in the day-to-day. Let's see if there's anything else that would like to come out. The woodpecker. Imagination, introspection. Follow your heart. It leads you straight into a fulfilled life. You know? Bottom line, follow your heart with love for yourself. Love yourself so that you can love others. So you can be fulfilled in your own life. I will make a side note that when I went to go get these cards out of their box, this is what their box, it was stuck in here, and I had a hard time getting it out. Finally, I tipped it over and tapped it, and it was woodpecker. So, that was part of the message as well. A big one. Just because I happened to notice that that's what the card was. It was very stuck. Like, I almost had to pry it out of there. So, I thought that was cool that even after shuffling, like, I shuffled these cards and everything, and even after all that, this one still came out. And I won't fully read this one, just for time's sake, but I did notice in the book here, it says, in my wave-like flight, I guide you through the change of polar forces. light and dark, ebb and flow, male and female. And I thought this was cool because that's how full integration is established. It's not just light and it's not dark either. It's both and it's not at the same time. And so I thought that point in the book was super cool. But this card is just talking about following the true heart of the true path of your true heart. That's what I'm trying to say. And recognizing the rhythms in your own life, and to go with the forces instead of fighting against them. So it's that flow, it's that ebb and flow, taking the good with the bad and the bad with the good. With negative things that might come into your life, polarized energy, they always serve some kind of higher purpose. Even if they seem dark at the time, they're always going to bring you back to the light. So real quick, I think to end this out, I'm going to grab a couple of messages of cosmic oracles, just because I truly believe that birds are physical manifestations of cosmic messages. If the person perceiving has the eyes and the ears to see and hear. This is perfect. A couple just plopped out. So let's see what they say. Life can be hard and life can be wonderful. Which will you choose to focus on? And that's what this woodpecker is bringing in too, is going with that ebb and flow. And are you going to focus on the fact that it's hard, or are you going to focus on the fact that this hard thing is going to be teaching you something, turning it into a positive? And then we have, you're too amazing to follow everyone else. Forge your own path. And that really stands true with this boss soul bird coming out. Embrace that uniqueness. Don't follow everybody else, because that's, you're not going to progress in that way. And we have a couple more. Open your heart, not just a little, but all the way, and let the love flow in, bro. You can't make this shit up. That's what we're talking about here. With love. Transform with love. Open your heart to that love. Have a love for yourself. And not just a little bit. Do it all the way. Let the love flow in. Let the love flow in. That is amazing. And the last message for today. You have such a bright light inside. Stop dimming it. That's beautiful. Thank you for being here for this little bird message that I was inspired to do. I hope everybody enjoyed it. And, yeah. Until next time, peace out.